Hi guys, I want to talk a little bit about the game I'm working on. It's a very early build, but the idea is to have a combat like Vampire Survivor, gameplay, metagame, Exile like. It's all about loot, it's all about maps. There is no story. You start mapping, you start getting items, you start building your characters. As you can see, there are a few enemies I'm testing out with different type of enemies behavior, but the core of the game is about having skills and auto attacks. So for example, I have the base skill that comes from the weapon that I have equipped, and then I can equip in up to four additional slots a skill, and all those auto attack on a timer. I will just start the game to get a bit of sense of how does that look like. So I have a fireball that fire every whatever 1 point something second, and then I have some enemy that pathfind, and those one are also trying to get in line of sight, and then they're gonna shoot the projectile at you. Loot dropping on the ground. So I will have to restart the game. I had an issue here because I'm working on different type of loot. At the moment, dropping map is not supported. This is a generic loot config that dictates how the loot is generated. Also, those are magic enemies with a blue aura. They are a bit more powerful than normal enemies and they drop better loot. And this is the chest at the end of the level. So this map, it's just a base map with 3 rooms. So whenever a room is completed, there is a door opening to the next room. Now I'm in the second room, and when you complete all the room, the map is completed. You get an additional chest with better loot at the end of the map. So this is the third zone. This is a rare enemy with slightly better loot. The moment the base skill shouldn't be dropping is just a bug on the last things that I was working on, because the base skill are only given by equipping a weapon, while a skill like fireball and base skill is what you can get. Town portal is implemented, so you can pick up the loot, go to town. At the moment there is a vendor. I need to implement control click to vendor items. This is annoying, but let's see. For example, you can get some alteration shard. With 10 of those you get an alteration item. This is the first crafting currency that is implemented, and it's basically both an augment and a alteration. So you can both make a normal item into magic, and then you can reroll. There is a crafting potential similar to last epoch, so there will be more powerful crafting mechanism. So the idea is that you can only craft an item so far. So at the moment you lose, I think, 1 to 4 random crafting potential using alteration orbs. When a map is complete, you can open a new map. At the moment there is not much, but this is a map with a different layout. So the idea is that there are different maps that are craftable with possibly different asset, different things going on. The color of the chest is based on the maximum rarity of any of items that are inside. This is very placeholder, but I wanted to have a place where you can start seeing the damage of the skills that you have equipped, and some stats based on the gear that you have equipped as well. I did implement the death condition, so I'm almost dead. see, okay, then when you go to 0, you basically can respawn in the hideout. All the enemies in the room heal to maximum HP, and you lose the chest from the current room. So now if I complete that room, I won't get. Here on the right side, you can see the configuration for a map. So the idea is that every map, the base map is the same, so you can have a layout that can be just defined by painting the layout of the room, how do they relate to each other, and then you can define enemies, the type of enemy that spawn in the room, and also what type of possible tile maps that the room is displaying. So if you want to have a jungle map and different type of rooms, those can be kind of randomized by saying that the starting room is, in this case, the first one. You can set the starting node in the editor here. So if you want to randomize the first room, you can provide additional configuration. This is room 001, and at the moment I think I just have 2 rooms, but this is, what you see now on screen is room 001, and I think I can load, this is room 2 and room 3. Thanks for watching, and if there is anything interesting or anything that you would like me to talk more about or to see, please do let me know.